name is Monica Stewart. My primary responsibilities here at WATC are to be a part of the Instructional Design and Technology Department. Over the past year, I've also been given the opportunity to join the Humanities Department in the role of adjunct instructor. I've taught web enhanced, hybrid, online, and face-to-face sections of the Composition 1 and Composition 2 courses. Over the summer, I had the unique opportunity to try out a new setup where we taught Composition 1 and Composition 2 in a 6-week setting. This was a hybrid course that would meet twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, for 90 minutes at a time. And the students during the 6 weeks would do part of their work in the online classroom and part of it in the face-to-face class. This may sound pretty normal and pretty easy to facilitate, and in theory it was, until I was presented with another opportunity that required me to deliver this course from a remote location. So we were presented with the task of figuring out how could I facilitate the courses as the instructor from afar while still being sure that students would come into the classroom twice a week for their in-class portion of the hybrid work. So this was very interesting. This was an opportunity to use the technology available to us at WATC, and it ended up working very well, and I believe being a pretty positive experience for the students. It definitely pushed the boundaries of what we can use the online classroom for. And in the process of facilitating this, I learned a lot about the possibilities therein. So just going to quickly show you the online classroom and show what this looked like for me as the instructor, and also show what it looked like on behalf of the students. I hope it's beneficial to you. So what you see here is the student view of my online class. As I said, it was 6 weeks, and so what you'll see here are the 6 topics, 6 learning modules that we focused on in the 6-week class. Now these would release 1 week at a time for the students, but for this purpose I wanted to show you all 6 weeks of topics. So I'll show you now what happens when the students click on one of the week modules. We'll just click on week 1. So typical to any online class, what you see here is the assignment page. Because it's a hybrid class, we have an indication that yes, the students, they do have to come to class each week. So in addition to meeting online, the class also meets Tuesdays and Thursdays from this time to this time. And then you'll see here right away I have 2 checkboxes and 2 links, one for Tuesday's lesson plan and one for Thursday's lesson plan. We'll get back to this in a moment, but as you'll see, these are the links that students would use when they come to class. Moving down the page, you'll begin to see the list of items that students will complete in the online class. This work is the work that they do on their own outside of the class time, so the online portion of the class. So this would include discussion forums, drop boxes, any assignments that I was asking them to complete. Of course, composition class, this is where they would write and submit their essays. So moving back up the page and focusing now on how I facilitated the in-class portion from my remote location whilst still having the students there in the classroom. With the support of IT and Pam Doyle, Dean of General Education, I was able to use a service called GoToMeeting that allowed me to log in remotely and be broadcast in the classroom on the remote video cart. Those carts are available for checkout, so if you like what you see here and think that you'd like to incorporate it, whether in your hybrid class or in your face-to-face class, it's possible to do so. I will say that there are some arrangements that have to be made with IT to make sure that you have the support necessary to set up the technology. That was something I learned along the way. Of course, in most instances, if you're a face-to-face teacher, you could go down to the IT room, check out the cart, wheel it down to your classroom and set it up. Well, because I was in a remote location, I was not able to do the setup of the technology myself. So that was something I did depend on IT to do the setup. And I'm not sure that they always enjoyed it, but they were always very welcoming and accommodating to help set that up. So I used GoToMeeting to talk with my students. They could hear me, they could see me, I could hear them and see them as well. And each day then, Tuesdays and Thursdays in class, the students would come in, they would have a laptop, they would power on, log in, access our online classroom, and then I would give them the direction to click on the link for that day's lesson plan. So they click on Tuesday's lesson plan and they see then a list of checkboxes and radio buttons accompanied by tasks that we intended to complete for that day. In addition, as you might imagine, in a face-to-face class, you get various in-class assignments and you would be there typically to pick them up. Well, because I was not there, I needed a way for students to be able to turn in their assignments to me and then for me to be able to grade or assess them and give them immediate feedback. This was done using Angel and by the creation of Dropboxes, assignment sheets, and discussion forums where I asked students to participate. This allowed me to facilitate in-class discussion not only out loud but also in the written format where they would write and respond inside the Angel discussion forums and of course submit assignments to me, in-class writing assignments or other practice assignments inside the online classroom. So as you'll see here, I would ask them to utilize the discussion forum. This link takes them directly there. And then at the end of each class to complete a reflection survey, letting me know their perception of their productivity during that class and also giving them an opportunity to ask me any specific questions that they perhaps didn't want to address in front of the entire class, but wanted to ask me one-on-one. I did this, of course, just because in a typical face-to-face class where I would be standing there, you know, I would have the opportunity to engage with the students individually as they're walking out the door. Wanted to kind of recreate that same opportunity, even though I was delivering instruction from a remote location. My experience with the 6-week class was a very, very positive experience. Believe it or not, I really saw the students grow in their writing abilities and felt that my perception of their experience, and they were really quite open about it, that they really had a positive experience in the class. Yes, they were pushed a bit out of their comfort zone in the beginning as they got to know the layout of the online classroom and what my expectations were for submitting assignments and really how logistically it would work for them to submit in-class assignments to me through the online classroom. It may sound like that they were just staring at the computer screen the entire time during the class, but in reality it was very much like my experiences with a traditional face-to-face class in that there was lively in-class discussion. There were, you know, asides where a student would approach the TV monitor so that we could have, you know, a private conversation about their particular assignment or their particular progress in the course. So I felt truly like every dynamic or aspect of the traditional face-to-face instructional delivery was also present in this hybrid course, despite the fact that I was delivering it from a remote location. So the point of sharing this with you, I think, is not that you are going to be delivering instruction this way, but that the possibility of manipulating the options available in the online classroom through Angel are really limitless. These tools, discussion forums, Dropboxes for assignments, and other options can truly be manipulated to facilitate instruction in the hybrid classroom in ways that we may not have considered before. including but not limited to using them in your face-to-face classes and turning that course into a web enhanced course. And I think it's something that students are open to. I think that it's something, yes, they have a slight learning curve with how it works, but as your expectations for them are clearly communicated, my experience is that they rise very easily to that occasion and end up feeling a great amount of support from the instructor as you utilize the tools available in the online classroom. This was a great experience for me. If you're interested in what you heard and would like to discuss it with me further, I would welcome that opportunity. So please seek me out and ask specific questions if you have them. If you would like to incorporate some of these tools in your face-to-face or hybrid class and turn that into web enhanced, then contact us in Instructional Design and Technology. We're very eager to assist you as you incorporate these tools. Thank you.